Hey guys, how's it going? So it turns out yesterday I actually missed Star Wars Day, and this is strange because every year I have a Star Wars Day tradition because it always falls out on my summer or towards the beginning of my summer, and my this tradition is that I get lunch, and while eating lunch, and obviously after lunch because it's not going to take that long to eat. I watched the movie Fanboys, which is a Star Wars tribute film made by Ernest Cline. He's one of my favorite authors and filmmakers. If you have not seen the movie Fanboys, it's the perfect Star Wars tribute movie. And it actually was the movie that inspired my first novel. So, yeah, so what I do every year. So last night at around 1 a.m., which technically today, I realized, oh crap, I missed Star Wars Day. So to try to make it up, I played through episode 1 in Lego Star Wars Complete Saga, which is a great game, by the way, and it makes the prequels actually enjoyable because you're playing through them and it's much more entertaining. So I realized that was nowhere near enough, and I need to maintain the tradition. So I am maintaining the tradition 1 day late. So I'm going to go buy lunch, and when I come back, I'm going to be watching Fanboys. So I'll come to that. I got my food, got my drink. Let's celebrate Star Wars Day 1 day late, properly. So the credits to the movie are rolling. I watch this every year on Star Wars Day, and I missed this year, obviously. But what's it called? It's such a good movie. It's like I'm gonna turn it off now. It's from a non-subject, from a completely subjective standpoint. Someone that's a diehard Star Wars fan and actually relates to these characters on such an extreme level. I've always looked at this movie and seen my friend group in these characters. I can label every single character in this movie as one of my friends. And I find that level of relatability just brings this movie on a whole other level to me. It's definitely in my top 5 movies of all time. It's so... I don't know, I've watched it at least 100 times at this point. I remember the day I first saw it, I loved it so much that morning I watched it by myself, and I loved it. Then my friend Aaron, you've seen him once on the vlog, was coming over later, so I'm like, hey, we have to watch this movie. He's not a big nerd like we are, but he's okay with that kind of stuff. He's more of a normal person. That's the best way to describe it. And he enjoyed it too. And then immediately after that, after he left, I went home and showed it to Albert. I walked over to Alberto's house and showed it to him. And then I know this is, and then the next day I showed it to my dad, who liked it. Everyone I've showed this to has liked this movie. I showed it to my sister. She didn't really like it that much, but other than that, so I know should be talking about Star Wars on Star Wars Day, but this is my favorite fan film of all time. It's such a classic. It's such a great movie. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, this is still, on an objective level, a great comedy. So, the writing is excellent, and it's very reflective of Ernest Cline. Ernest Cline is one of my favorite writers of all time, one of my biggest inspirations, if not my biggest. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to talk about. Star Wars has been in my life for as long as I can remember. May the 5th be with you. I missed the day. But yeah, so, Star Wars, and we're getting a new movie this year. It's insane. Hopefully it doesn't have episode 1-itis, but you never know. So, that's about it. I don't think I'm going to vlog anything else today. If not, if I do, there'll be more. So, see you guys later. Oh shit, I didn't stop recording.